It's a very tense time right now. I myself suffer from anxiety, and I could use a little more kindness in my life to myself and to others, you know. Yeah. One of the ways my anxiety plays out is at night, because I suffer from this disorder called night terrors. When I first started having these night terrors, I became intimately familiar with my scream. Now, I'm talking about that sound that comes out of you when you face death. Most people think that they know what that sounds like, even if they've never been in a scenario. They're like, yeah, I know what my scream sounds like. Half the women in this room right now are like, oh yeah, I've got a great scream. I have the scream of a skinny blonde woman. I have the kind of scream that makes Batman show up instantly. Like, you don't know that, okay? And I'm just here as a cautionary tale to let you know, because I found out I don't have that kind of scream. I have the kind of scream that makes other people scream. I have the kind of scream that turns people into vegetarians because they think it's the sound of a pig dying. And the next time they see bacon, they're like, I can't eat that. I can't unhear the cries. Now, I know my scream is bad because when I first started having these night terrors, I lived in a tiny apartment in Brooklyn where people lived above me, below me, to the side of me, and not once did anyone check on me. Nobody banged on the wall like, are you okay in there? And I know they could hear me dying because I could hear them making sex. But I don't blame them because it's a bad scream. It is a bad scream. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you right now. Here's my scream. Like, be honest with me. If you heard that outside your window at night, like, would you call 911 and be like, oh my God, someone please help that poor woman, call the police? No. You'd be like, turn the lights off, get the kids, meet me in the panic room, go, go, go. Like, that is embarrassing. That is something rotten inside of me trying to get out. Like, I can hear women out there like, oh, that is bad. My scream is better than that. My scream is like, congratulations, you have the scream of a human being. I have the scream of an entity. The kind of thing that chases you through the woods at night, just like, sorry. She was like, it's good though that I didn't do this. Like, cause you know when like a demon changes levels, it's get way scarier. It's way scarier. Oh, she's coming down. Oh, speaking of nightmares, does anybody else feel like they're losing their grip on reality as of late? I really do. Like, remember Truth? Oh, those were the days, huh? When you knew what was real? Oh, God. What is the truth? We don't even know anymore. And I think part of it is because we've entered into the golden age of conspiracy theorists. It is their time. Now, you probably all know one hardcore conspiracy theorist. Usually they have a name like Uncle Dennis, right? It used to be that Uncle Dennis was pretty harmless, right? Like, maybe the extent of it would be like at a family function, Thanksgiving maybe, there's a quiet moment, everyone's chewing. Uncle Dennis sees his in, and he's like, y'all know what they're saying about the frogs, don't you? And you're just like, no, Uncle Dennis, we don't. Please enlighten us. It's not funny, Sarah. The frogs are turning gay. Now, they don't know why they're turning gay, but I do. I figured it out. Barack Obama did it. And you're just like, no, Uncle Dennis, no. You hit him on the head with a rolled up newspaper. Like, that's what it used to be like. But now, the situation has changed. Things have shifted. Now, Uncle Dennis is literally the next national security advisor of the United States of America. It's like, oh my God, that is terrifying. Now, say what you want about the man, but I do 100% blame Donald Trump for this phenomenon. I don't know how he did it. But he put out some kind of clarion call that only the conspiracy theorists could hear. It was like, ooh. And they all emerged from their evidence sheds like 17-year cicadas just ready to make a lot of noise. It's like, this is our time. You will finally hear us. And we're hearing them. I literally Googled last week, like, is the earth flat? Maybe. There's a lot of chatter. Giving them a lot of platforms. Jeez. Now, I mentioned evidence sheds. If you're not familiar with the concept of an evidence shed is like a TV trope. It's something you see in TV shows and movies, and it's when a detective has a shed out back his house or hidden in the woods somewhere where he's trying to solve that one crime that he can't let go of. Now, he's not supposed to be working on the case anymore, no. Because back at the station, the chief was like, give me your badge. Hand over your gun. You're in too deep, McDaniels. I got City Hall breathing down my neck. You look like crap. Go home. Spend some time with your family. He's not spending time with his family. He's out back in the shed trying to connect some goddamn dots. Now, I know I'm out on a limb right now, and not many of you are with me, but I do need to speak to you briefly about modern-day evidence sheds. Have you seen what they're using to solve crimes with these days? Dry erase boards. Like a whiteboard. Are you serious? Are you serious? If you really cared about solving that crime, you would get out that red string, tied around each individual thumbtack, connecting each piece of evidence like you give a damn. If I had an evidence shed, I'd be up in Joann's Fabrics every single morning preparing for the day, creating a beautiful murder collage that no one would ever forget. I don't mean to divide the audience, but we're divided enough as it is, but I had to speak my truth just then. Thank you for listening.